Good afternoon and welcome to today's session on Bhuvan Geo Web Services and its applications. So I will be taking two sessions on this particular topic, and the theory part of this particular program is almost complete. So now we will be focusing on the live demonstration of different geoportal and their applications. So we are starting from ISRO Bhuvan Geoportal. So as you may be knowing that the Bhuvan Geoportal is a gateway of Earth observation system of Indian Space Research Organization. It is hosted at National Remote Sensing Center, Hyderabad, and this is one of the important geoportal of ISRO, through which we are publishing the satellite data basically on Earth observation system, and also the byproduct of the satellite data, that are maps and other attributes, in addition to the ground truth data for various projects, and various applications or successful case studies are also available here in the operational mode. We will have a very detailed demonstration on this ISRO Bhuvan portal and its component. So today I will be showing you the important features, and tomorrow I will be showing you how you can access the Bhuvan data in your own project, either through data download or as a web service. So both the things will be demonstrated to you. So to access the Bhuvan, you have to either use bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in or you can use www.bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in. For any technical queries or any issues with the portal, or if you have any doubts on the data or information services, you can email to bhuvan@nrsc.gov.in. As its name, Bhuvan, it is taken from the Sanskrit, which meaning is earth. So we are talking about the earth and related data information here. When you are typing this URL, you will be getting the home page similar to this what you are seeing here in your screen. Here the major component of Bhuvan are displayed in the home page, and you can see here the top Bhuvan 2D, 3D, Open Data Archive, Climate and Environment, Thematic Services, Disaster Services, Ocean Services, Create Your Map, and so on. These are the components. You can say these are the sub-information system for different purposes. The first important component comes as a 2D, under which you will be getting two-dimensional view of the satellite data and maps. It also offers you to do the basic drawing and then download this drawing as a SAFE file, that is your GIS data, and further you can also create your own account here, and then you can submit your queries. You can also submit your comments on the data, and also you can geotag any ground information directly in this portal by simply right click operations. We'll have a detailed demonstration on that. The 3D, Bhuvan 3D is basically, if you see here, it focuses on 3D visualization of the satellite data and maps with the help of digital elevation model, that is called DEM. And here you have to remember that this particular portal focused on only Indian region. The almost all data available in Bhuvan belongs to India. Some part of the other countries, like your some neighboring country like SAARC countries, or sometime some data for demonstration purpose also is available for foreign nations. But in general, our objective is to address the requirement of our own country, that is India. And some data we are also offering under ISRO Disaster Management Support Program for under the International Charter. So there also some country specific data sets are available, that I will be demonstrating you tomorrow. And then Open Data Archive is a component of Bhuvan where you can download the satellite data up to 23 meter spatial resolution free of cost for your own GIS project or for your research studies also. So we'll have detailed demonstration tomorrow or maybe today also. Climate and environment, here how the space technology can be used for climate and environmental studies. So various byproduct from the OCM satellite, various product from other remote sensing satellites and the ground studies are available here. Thematic services is one of the very popular product which makes Bhuvan as a unique geoportal available in internet, where you can see various thematic data that is basically on like land use, land cover. You have data on the watershed, you have data on the water bodies, you have data on the flood, you have data on the vegetation and wasteland data sets and so on. Here you have to remember ISRO is having one unique program that is called ISRO NR Census project, Natural Resource Census we called it. Here we are mapping 7 important themes using satellite data sets on 1:50,000 scale, and this data we are updating every 5 years for 1:50,000 scale and every year for 1:250,000 scale. Some of the data like geomorphology, lineament and all we have planned to update every 15 years. So these data sets, basically you can say temporal data sets are available here. Most of the time these thematic maps are available as an information service, so that you can access in the website, and also you can access the same data into your own GIS environment using the web service concept what we are trying to learn in this course. So when I'm saying the web service means it will be basically available as a GIS layer using the simple URL that we will be demonstrating. Here the most of the time our right now as per the map policy, the data set is available as WMS, which is basically for the visualization purpose with basic query operations, and some of the thematic data is also available as a WFS, but these data sets basically are for the authorized users only. If you have taken the permission or authorization from ISRO, then this data set you can get as a WFS also. For this purpose you have to write to NRSC. Otherwise, as a general public, the data set as WMS is available for everyone. So anybody can use this data as for the visualization purpose, and also the same can be overlaid on the your own data set. The Bhuvan also offer you here to overlay your own boundaries and vectors in the simple browser environment. You can simply upload it and then you can do your GIS operation. So we'll have a detailed demonstration on this also. And the disaster service is another important component of Bhuvan Geoportal, which is based on ISRO Disaster Management Support Program, where basically we are addressing 6 natural disasters where the space technology can be used for effective management or planning or other activity of disaster management. So here the basically 6 natural disaster we are addressing. These includes flood, cyclone, earthquake and drought, forest fire. So basically the event based data sets you can get here, and these information we are publishing immediately after any disaster. So it is a basically a permanent program. We are not executing this program on ad hoc basis. So whenever any such disasters are reported in this country, so immediately we will be providing information through this component. Ocean services is completely on the scientific studies based services. Here you can get some local and global data set related to OCM satellite, and these data sets basically, if you talk about the global data sets, these are completely freely available, so you can download, and the local data sets are based on the data policy and the cost of the product. You can also buy this product. Another important component of Bhuvan is Create Maps or GIS. It's a quite interesting product actually. So what you can do here, without having any GIS software in your local computer or without having any data, you can directly create GIS map in the form of the vector data in this platform, and also you can download it as a save file in your local computer. So here what it will do, it will give you, or it will offer you the satellite imagery free of cost as a background image, and then you can also use the complete tools whatever available here for mapping purpose, like you can create the point, you can create the line, polygon and so on. And it has the beautiful data structure inbuilt within this mapping utility or tool, where the data structure for many or many basic themes are available, so that you can directly use it and download it. So you can also design sometime your own data structures and you can do the mapping activity. So down this particular box, you can also see one scrolling window will be appearing here. This is a very recent developments. What we are trying to do here, we are trying to address the actual requirement of different user department and ministries in this country, how effectively they can use the space technology for their day-to-day activity. So this we are calling as a governance or G-governance board, basically G-governance dashboard. Through this, various important program of government of India are highlighted, how this technology, basically the remote sensing, earth observation, GIS and all, you can use for your planning activities. So here many case studies you will be seeing. In addition to the case studies, also you will be getting some data sets. So we'll have demonstration again. Then some specific applications like agriculture, forestry, e-governance, water, tourism and so on will be available. And down the this bottom line, you can see the yellow color as a background here. The special application like you can search the data through catalog. I was talking about the catalog services during my last lecture session. Data discovery is possible here through the metadata. You have some hydrological products. You have some international disaster charter. Based on this one component is available. You can download the RISAT data. You can download the optical data from here for the disaster specific things, and then so on. So there are many such case studies available. Right side of this portal you will see here the state specific geoportals are also available. Like if you belongs to Andhra Pradesh, you belongs to Karnataka, you Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Uttarakhand, any. So here for all the state in this country, this state specific geoportal also is available and accessible through this particular components. And of course, if you are user of Bhuvan Geoportal, this particular window where the updates are available are very important. You can also subscribe for that updates by giving your username, email ID, and here again download facility for different mobile apps and so on are available. So basically it looks like a platform. Here you can host your data, you can host your applications, and also you can consume the different web services and so on. So as far the data quality is concerned, in the Bhuvan Geoportal, right from your 56 meter to 1 meter spatial resolution data is available, and we are trying to develop it as a indigenous platform for India, where the data from Indian satellites, data from Indian users will be available for citizen of this country. If you see here right now, see we have 56 meter spatial resolution data from the AVIF sensor. In fact 90% of globe is covered for this. It's a global product. For India we have the temporal data for AVIFs right from 2004 onward. So you can get the temporal data sets from AVIF sensor around 50 meter spatial resolution. Then 23 meter from list 3 data. So every 5 years we are updating this data. So again it's a temporal on 23 meter, entire India is covered here. 2.5 meter is from our Cartosat series of satellite. Again here the data for entire country. This is basically a very accurate data, ortho corrected data with respect to your local referencing points. For entire country 2.5 meter data is available, and now the 1 meter data also is available for almost 70 to 80% of the part of the country. And we focus initially on the major towns, cities. Now we are trying to fill entire country with 1 meter data sets. You can also understand here the difference between the resolutions. So here, if you are when you are seeing the 1 meter data, you can nicely see the aircraft in airports. You can count the basically sometime vehicle moving in the roads, and also a nice features are visible here. And 2.5 meters data is available. In fact, you can very nicely you can differentiate between the different land use. You can also differentiate between different land features available here, like a road network, canal, and the fields also, agriculture field and forest and so on. You can do it. So up to the 10,000 scale mapping, people are using these data sets. Then we have the data on list 3 and this list 4 for 6 meter also, that you can utilize. You can also visit the basically data product we call as a data store, Bhuvan store, in where you can have a list of products what you can get from this website with their special resolutions, their availability, that is basically on the time period. You can also see the coverage, which are part of the country it is covering, and how many tiles are available. For example, if you are taking the Cartosat 1 DEM, that is a digital elevation model, so it says the resolution is 1 arc seconds, data availability is 2006 and 8. Since it's a DEM, temporal part doesn't matter here. So coverage, it says that entire India coverage is available, and the size of each tile is 1 degree by 1 degree. If you want cover the entire country, then around 375 tiles will be coming, and for each tile around 8 to 11 MB data size you may require. So these are the data store. This list is quite big list, so you can visit this website, and here with the scale for the thematic data. Earlier I was showing you the resolution, now the scale you can see here. So 1 is to 50,000 scale, 1 is to 250,000 scale, 1 is to 10,000 scale, and so on it is shown. So as per the high resolution satellite data is concerned, here you can get the list of the cities for which the satellite data is available in a 1 meter special resolutions. So this slide is little old. Here the number of cities are more than 400 or 500. In fact, wherever data is available, we are immediately publishing, so it shows the quality of data. Here the maps are in the 2.5D, basically as a city model. So this data is around actually we have done one project called National Urban Information System, or NUIS. Under this project the city map 1 is to 10,000 scale for 152 towns are created, and these data sets are now available as a 2.5D data sets. Basically maps are there, but with height information or a height feeling, or you can visualize. And this portal also offers you to do the 3D building models. You can create like here it is displayed to you. So these utilities are also available. Then as per the understanding of the maps concerns, we have here the country to city level maps. So hierarchical data sets are available. So basically from the National Urban Information System, around 152 town what I was mentioning here, this data set we have loaded. You can see these are the locations of these towns, and then you can zoom. When you are closing to this, you will be getting this kind of a very nice data set, that is 1 meter data for that particular town. So this is the visualization of the data. So when you are coming to thematic data, the data sets from 1 is to 250,000 scale to 10,000 scale are available here. And when I am saying the data that belongs to entire country, so it's not for the pilot phases or not specific to any state, because we are focusing on the national projects. So now if you see the list, As per the NR census project is concerned, around 7 themes are identified, and every year on 1:250,000 scale on the land use land cover map, where our basic objective is to show the net sown area basically related to agriculture production we are talking here. So right from 2004 onward, so data sets are available. You can visualize, you can do the query operations. In fact, this data is available for download also. If you are interested to get this data, you can post a query, and then the FTP link will be given to you. You can choose your area of interest, and then you can download the data. Then other data set other than land use land covers, like if you see the on 50,000 scale 2004 to 2014, around 10-year data sets from land use is available. On 50,000 scale 2005-6, then 2010-11, 2 cycle we have completed. As I told you, every 5 year we are updating this data. The wasteland data sets 2008 and 9 onward we are publishing. Geomorphology and lineament data sets is also available. First cycle is complete. Flood annual layers on hazard, basically idea here, 2 kind of flood data sets will be available. One is basically immediately after the flood disaster, so inundation layer will be creating, and then the village information, census, land use information will link and will publish here. But in addition to that, every 10 years, based on the 10-year history, we will be creating the flood frequency map, and then we'll identify the flood hazard zonation. So here we are focusing on the flood prone state in this country right now for Assam, Bihar, Odisha and UP. The data sets are available as a hazard map, that is basically flood hazard map. So as per the NUIS data is concerned on 1:10,000 scale, right now 152 towns we have covered, but we have planned to cover the few more towns, and 400 towns under the Amrut project. And then these data sets also readily you can get, and you can visualize and also post the query on that. So basically, if you see this particular website, this is a concept actually on which we are working. That's basically called service oriented architectures, where Bhuvan will be available as a platforms. So most of the GIS activities, either mapping activity, data creation, data management, data analysis and the processing of the data. So in future we have planned to make it as a platform complete. Today also it's available as a platform, basically on the data hosting and visualization of the data. But in futures, the more the processing, modeling and the analysis will may be available here. So you can see here the target is completely user-centric applications. So user can define what user wants. I will be showing you what do you mean by user-centric. And the service-oriented architecture basically implemented for the satellite imagery. Base map, basically base map we have taken from the Survey of India. We are not the mapping agency for this purpose. So whatever topo sheets basically on the infrastructure and base layer is available from Survey of India. We have the license for single user license for the publishing in internet. So this particular data we cannot make available for any user to download, because it belongs to Survey of India. So for the visualization purpose, yes, we are using, and our users can use this data for visualization purpose. Thematic maps again are available as a WMS and WFS both, but yes, WFS is restricted right now. Based on the authorization, it is made available. Maybe in futures, if it is in public domains, more user can use this. So terrain data that is from digital elevation model is also available as a WMS and as well as for download, because it belongs to ISRO. It's a cartoon dam data sets, 1 arc-second accuracy, and this data you can directly download from the Bhuvan Geoportal. So I'll be showing you how to download tomorrow positively. Now this is architecture. If somebody is from the computer science background, you can understand here. Little bit technical. Here you see here the database store, basically DB store. We are completely using the relational database management system, basically for the vector and attribute data, and the file servers we are using for the raster data, like for satellite imagery. And this data we are preparing as a background, and as a service cloud it is configured in the NRC Hyderabad, and we are publishing this data as a service when I'm saying the service, this part, if you see the yellow box or maybe orange box, sorry. So here the technology of the map server in collaboration with the tile cache. So when we are publishing raster data, we are using the map server, and then one product called tile cache is integrated with map server, and it is creating the tiles for the better performance of this data at the user end, and then it is published directly as a WMTS to the users. As per the vector is concerned, this is for Geo Server and Geo Web Cache. These two products are integrated together, and for the vector data visualization as a WMTS, these two products are being used. And the theme specific apps are developed. For example, what I was telling about the G-governance dashboard. For example, it is a agriculture ministry, then agriculture apps will be developed and will be made available to these users. And the other side, when user is basically visualizing this data through the browsers, user will have some feeling of the simple website kind of thing, but same time you can also upload your own data sets in the browser itself. Otherwise you can consume all these services. More than 2000 layer in Bhuvan server are available in public domain as a web service. I think more than 2000 web services for GIS. In India it will be unique platforms. You can consume it. And as for data download facility is concerned, for any physical data transfer from server to clients, so basically we'll be using HTTP and FTP, both the architectures. So when data size is less than 2 GB, then we'll go for HTTP platform. When data size is more than 2 GB, then we'll go for the FTP platforms. So again, little more when I'm saying the user-centric applications, this will be quite interesting area. When I'm saying the user-centric application, maybe I have the last session on this particular concept called mess-up architectures. So here user can define you can define their own application, and then you can develop your application at your end. And here Bhuvan is giving data in some way, like you have to come to website, you have to visit and so on. So what you can do here, you can consume these services, and then you can develop your own applications. So this is advantage of the Bhuvan these service oriented architectures. Here either it's a WMS or WMTS. Basically difference will be when you are using tile services, you will have the better performance at the client end, and WMS you may require to create your own tiles at your end. So by using WMS you can directly create the local cache of the entire Bhuvan data set in your own server. But of course for this purpose you require a good space in your computer. So local caching of this WMS is quite possible here, and these are the user data sets. You can maintain your own RDBMS, you can maintain your own file server, or you can maintain whatever you want, and easily you can integrate here at your end itself. In fact, your user, suppose you are hosting one WebGIS applications or web service, by combining with Bhuvan you can publish it directly to your users. In fact, your user also will be able to customize this application as per their requirements. So this way this particular component will grow. And the next interesting part is the census data up to the village level we have integrated. So up to village level you can visualize, you can overlay the village boundaries, you can overlay the satellite data and other themes, and then the cadastral level maps are also being overlaid here whenever it is available. So this is basically very interesting for the visualization as an information service. So non-GIS user directly can come to the website and do all their planning related activity in Bhuvan portal itself. Because if you are not a GIS user, sometime it will be a little difficult for you to maintain your own GIS software, your own GIS data and so on. So what we are trying to give for the non-GIS users completely a platform to do their GIS activity. But for the GIS user, the user basically those are very much aware of the data concept, and they are very much aware how to work with the remote sensing in GIS. So we have the facility called data download service. It's NRSC Open EO Data Archive service, under which the almost up to 23 meter complete data sets are available free of cost. You can download. And here if you take the example, what kind of data you are going to get from this component is like Cartosat 1 digital elevation model, like 1 arc second. If you compare in the meter, around 30 meter posting DM from India, and different versions. First you have to understand what are these version. Idea is here, if we are publishing a DM, this, please remember here, this is based on a software which is creating automatically this DM for the users. If there is any error reported by the users, immediately we'll correct our software, also correct the data. So we'll be uploading the version 2. So similarly version 2, version 3, version 4 and so on. The concept is similar to SRTM, where today you have the latest version around 4. So this way the data will be keep on improving. So whenever you are downloading the Cartosat DAM and you are reporting some error on the data or feeling some errors, immediately you report to the NRSC. They will be correcting this data and then uploading back to the their website, and then other user will get the corrected data. So other data sets, OceanSat 2, OCM2, NDVI, vegetation fracs, albedo and 1 kilometers resolution is available. Tropical cyclone heat potential, ocean heat contents. You have the some other nicest daily products like depth of 26 degree isotherms, tropical cyclone heat potential. In addition to that, as per the optical sensor is concerned, you have the ResourceSat 1 ABIS ortho rectified data on 56 meter, and you have the ResourceSat 1 list 3 ortho rectified data in 23.5 meter spatial resolution. Now maybe ResourceSat 2 data also is available here. IMS 1, this is you may be knowing as an experimental satellite. It was available as a hyperspectral imager for 500 meters, which you can download. Water fractions and Dolly North Indian OSCAT base wind stress, wind curl and wind cover vector data also is available. It's a very simple tool. You can simply register and then you can download this data through the HTTP protocol simply by clicking on the hyperlink provided within your login. So as per the applications are concerned, we have some specific domains like agriculture, e-governance, event-based like for the disaster also, forestry, irrigation, tourism and so on. This list is growing like anything. Basically every week or every month the new application is being built and being published in this portal. So it's not limited list, it's very detailed list is available there for the different themes. If you come to the city level planning, you can have a very quick idea when basically you are developing a GIS for the municipality. We call it the municipal GIS. For some of the cities and town, it is available for demonstration purpose. If some other cities are coming forward with their data sets, it can be easily integrated with that. So you can see here the vector data visualization with their legend and all is available. You can also link any ground photograph and then you can visualize. Here in the municipal GIS, basically for the Ludhiana, whatever is displayed here, so their property taxation data set is linked here. You can choose your zone, block and ward, up to the ward level is available. So then it will be displayed with the detailed information. When it comes to the tourism related things, for Amritsar city and some more cities are available, Badami and all, where you can choose for any amenities in the city or any tourist place, and it will give you the detailed information about the place with the photograph and other details like how to reach there. So like you can get here the top destination in the city, hotels and stay, food hubs, tourist spot, heritage and so on, and the same information will be available in your mobile also. The recently around last week Bhuvan has published their basically pocket version of their Bhuvan Geoportal. In any mobile device, either it's based on Android or Symbian or maybe Windows or maybe some other operating system, directly you can access it in your browsers. So all the facility will be available there. So in the urban information system, data on 10,000 scale is there already. I discussed about it. You can nicely see the what is these data sets, their legends, a particular city you can choose and you can zoom it, and also you can visualize the growth of a particular city. Maybe you can say last 10 year or maybe 20 year how the city is growing. So different time period data sets are available for visualization purpose, and you can identify the pockets where there is a growth or there is a development in the city directly. It's a very nice interesting tools, not for entire India but some of the major metro cities like Bangalore and all, and these data sets are available. When you are accessing data 1:10,000 scale, so this will be the platform for you. You can say, okay, tomorrow we'll have the demonstration on that. In this platform, what you can do, you can basically choose a theme, and then you can choose a state, and also you can choose the town to display, and the immediately data will be loaded there. In the disaster management service, as I told you, we are addressing the cyclone, drought, earthquake, flood, forest fire and the landslide. All these 6 natural disasters, basically the event based data sets will be available. So for example, if it is a flood, so based on the alert from the IMD on the rainfall, if there is alert for any heavy rainfall in the any part of the country, and if it is comes under the flood prone state or district, so immediately we'll program our satellite to acquire the data for that region, and also we'll activate the international charter so that if any other satellite is available or visible in that region for that particular date or time, so that we can take directly images of that region either in the optical or microwave, whatever it is available. So immediately we'll be analyzing this data, and will some part for visualization purpose will be publishing here, but all the detailed reporting of particular disaster will be publishing under a portal called National Disaster Emergency Management System, National Database for Emergency Management System, NDEM. This is a basically portal developed for the a government purpose in a very ISRO DMSP network we have set up here. So only the authorized users will access it. It's a closed user group environment. So immediately this data will be made available to up to the district magistrate or district collector level, so that they can take the appropriate action on the particular disaster. And also this data will be giving to the Ministry of Home Affairs for the purpose of NDRF, for the NDMA and other authorities purpose. So for the general public, this will be platform from our side. Not only the visualization of data, you can also download the mobile apps for this purpose, so that you can also contribute in the reporting of disaster, or also can participate in damage assessment activities. I will try to give you the full demonstration on this particular component also. So Bhuvan State Portals, this is another important component in the website, where you can see you can upload the data of a respective state, and then you can analyze as per your requirements. This is basically Bhuvan Mapper, where you can do the mapping activity in the browser itself. Otherwise you need a specific GIS software and data set to do this activity. You can see here how the data structure is defined. You can save your data, and later stage you can download your data sets. This is for GIS viewer, so you can again do some basic GIS operation. Still it is evolving, not in the operational mode. Bhuvan also provide the platform for the crowdsourcing. You may be aware of the crowdsourcing or participatory approach. Here basically the users or the citizens are participating in data creation activities and also data validation activity. So the crowdsourcing, here 2 platforms are available. One platform is basically using the web. So web platform. So now I will continue my topic. So I was talking about the crowdsourcing. So when you are using this term, basically the crowdsourcing means basically a participatory approach, where the general public or sometime your users will participate in your right from data creation to data authorization, validation to data analysis activities. So now this particular term is being is emerged as a very interesting component in the web platform, Here the two important platforms are being used. One is a web-based platform, second is a mobile-based platform. When you are using the web-based platform, so simple web browser will help you to do the crowdsourcing. So typical example, you can see the Wikipedia, where the contents of Wikipedia is created by public, and sometimes these contents are validated by public. So nowadays the Wikipedia is becoming one of the important source of information in internet. If you need any information, you are going to Wikipedia, but nobody knows who is the author of this Wikipedia. In general, the author information is available as a metadata, but most of the time we are finding that the data is correct, information is correct. So in this way, same way, if you use the participatory approach in GIS also, so people are using the concept called crowdsourcing. So when people are using the mobile platforms for crowdsourcing, so then it's a mobile based apps people are developing. When people are using the web based platform for crowdsourcing, then specific websites and web portals are being developed. So we have successfully demonstrated the concept of crowdsourcing in India for many projects. One of the important study I am displaying here called as the Map the Neighborhood in Uttarakhand. This project we have completed immediately after the Uttarakhand disaster in 2013. Maybe you must be aware of it. In 2013 there was a severe disaster in Kedarnath regions due to the flash flood. Lot of damage to property, human life was there, and after the immediately this disaster, we have taken the task to do the damage assessment of the disaster affected area. So what we did here, we developed a Bhuvan mobile app, and then we basically called the local students and teachers. We feel that they could be our good ambassador because they belongs to that particular local area, and we have given training to these people and also given the mobile app and asked them to go there and start collecting your data sets, start reporting the damage with around 8 category we made it, like damage to infrastructure, damage to road, and damage to land, this agriculture and forest, and so on. So basically we created around 8 categories in mobile apps itself, and the students are basically undergraduate students or postgraduate students, and so quite successful. Initially we also had some doubts either they will be reporting data or not. In fact, you can say this was not completely crowdsourcing, it was a controlled crowdsourcing. So here the user or the crowd was properly trained at least for 2 to 3 days that how to collect the data, how to identify the feature, how to identify detect the damage. So we got very good response from the students. Actively they participate, and within 2 months time period around 20,000 damage point for these hilly regions where it was not accessible at all. You cannot reach there, you cannot collect the ground data, and they have reported, and finally directly this data was coming to our Bhuvan portals, and same time we also have the high resolution data on 1 meter from the Cartosat series of satellite. We did the damage assessment. Also we try to understand the cause of damages and try to link the other data sets with this ground truth data sets, and also a scientific report was published and submitted to government. So it was quite interesting project where the crowd has really participated in the data collection process, and also they validated, like one team is collecting data and second team is validating it. So there are many such project Bhuvan has completed. In the portal you can see outcomes basically ISRO has completed and published in Bhuvan. So you can see a number of points collected on a respective locations. Here if you take the example of this big circle, it says around 1858 points for this location is available. When you are clicking on this particular point, you will be getting the ground truth photograph and also attribute. There are many more such applications available in Bhuvan, like for the agriculture, for pest and disease surveillances. These data sets for entire country, Ministry of Agriculture is using, and the high resolution data already I talk about it. So these are the some collaborators like different user department ministries in the country, and they are participating, and also they are publishing this data here. So this is very quick about the Bhuvan Geoportal. Here again I am displaying the website of this particular portal, like in nrsc.gov.in and also bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in. So that's all from my side as per the portal is concerned, or introduction to Bhuvan is concerned. Now I will switch to the actual website and I will start the demonstration today. And this demonstration also I will continue tomorrow. First I will take the my website and then I will try to explain you. Please be here and let me link my desktop here, and you will be seeing my screen, and I will be operating Bhuvan Geoportal from my place, and I hope you will be getting directly in your screen there my computer screen. So please be here. I am trying to connect it. So I hope you are getting my screen now. So I'm waiting to confirm from my team. Okay, fine. So so you can see here I have just shown you the bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in. Again you can note down it. So here this is a scrolling window. You can also scroll here and there. You can see this website. As per the components are concerned, already I discussed about it. Let us click on the Bhuvan 2D. So when you are clicking on the Bhuvan 2D, you can see so what kind of map viewer is available to you. This looks to be any standard web mapping applications, where you can switch to satellite view. You can switch to hybrid mode. Like when I am clicking on the hybrid, it means maps plus satellite, both I want. You can also choose to terrain view. So terrain view is basically for the your DEM data. So it is showing the height representation in the terrain, basically for entire India. If you click on the more, what you are going to get? You are going to get some important layers. So you can switch on or switch off these layers. So here again few categories, like you can have the panoramic view of a particular location. You can have the 360 view. You can also see the field photograph for different projects along with their attributes, and this basically data is contributed by the users. It's a crowdsourced data or participatory approach data. You can also see the maps, or otherwise you can switch on or switch off the map using this particular button. And cadastral boundaries, you can also overlay the settlement location. You can overlay the cities locations, basically where population is more than 1 lakh. These cities are basically displayed as a separate category. You can also choose the hydrological maps, and these are available from the basin to sub-basin to watershed. And again, the water bodies are available as a river, reservoir, lakes, and the high resolution data, 1 meter availability. If you want to know that at 1 meter data which part of the country is available. If you click on this, you are, I think, able to see some of the pink color patches, and these are the locations where readily we have the available the high resolution satellite data. You can keep on visiting. This link will be activated for other part of the country also. So historical data, some 2013 to 15, and then 1965 to 1980 are available. If you click on the services part, some services like disaster, ocean, open data archive, thematic, and weather, although this same link you will be getting in the home page also. And the applications part also, these are some agriculture, e-governance, event, forestry, irrigation, and so on. And same time also you can switch to the Bhuvan 3D. So I will come back on 3D later stage, that is in the second part of my demonstration. So now when you are clicking on the base map, here two options are there. One is a base admin, second is a base hydrology. To work with this particular map viewer, suppose top left side, I hope you are able to see my mouse. When I am seeing here, you can search for any location. Say I am typing maybe Hyderabad, Delhi, or maybe Dehradun also. So if you click on this, it will suggest you the possible area what you are searching. So whenever the place is selected, it is going to zoom to the particular location. When you are zooming to the particular location, either you can use the left side this bar to increase the resolution, or you can use the plus for increasing, you can use minus for decreasing purpose. Second option is you can also scroll button of your mouse you can use, and then you can see the closer view. So very interesting part when you are visualizing this data. So whatever these lines are visible, these are the vector data sets, basically base layer you can see here, and the background is a raster data set which is your satellite data. So you can always switch off the base layer if you are not interested. If you wish to see only the satellite imagery, so only the satellite image is visible here. So the next question comes, what is this satellite data? Which satellite it belongs? I told you this data is available right from your 56 meter spatial resolution from AVIPSO, 1 meter data from Cartosat. So that part you can nicely see here, availability of data sets. So I clicked on the top right side first button, that is basically talks about the historical data or metadata, that is data about the data. You can switch to any layer and you can overlay here. So in fact whichever time series data sets are available will be displayed. For example, in 2009 October season data I have just overlay on top of the existing base layer. This was a base satellite image. On top of it, October 2009 historical data I have just overlaid on that. So sometime it will be very important for understanding the changes on a particular landscape. So then maybe this data is AVIP sensors. If it is available for other sensors, that also will be displayed. So right now in this window I am able to see data up to 2013 is displayed, which can be easily overlaid on top of it. So this is about the data visualization part. Then if you come to the quality of data, when I am saying the 56 meter to 1 meter, maybe you may be aware of it, that when you are loading the 56 meter data, the purpose, the objective or the application of 56 meter data will be totally different than application of 1 meter data. So here you can start zooming it. Since we are talking right now about the visualization of data, let us have a look what quality of data you can visualize in Bhuvan portal. So it's a completely indigenous Indian product. Either you talk about the software, you talk about the data, you talk about the satellite, or all products are made in India. So you can see here the quality of data. Many times people says that, in fact in my last session also the question was the quality from Bhuvan portal is not good in compared to Google or other mapping, but it is not the case. Please see here. So this is our best data, but our best satellite 1 meter data, and maybe in future we are going to launch satellite on centimeters. So they are better than this quality data will be available, but we feel very strongly, since our geometry accuracy of our data is very good, and radiometric quality in 1 meter also very nicely you can distinguish between the different features. In the Necklace Road in Hyderabad region I am able to see nicely all the vehicles moving in the road, very nicely I can distinguish. And in fact the Buddha this statue in this Hyderabad nicely visible here. So you can understand here, very nice map, better than 10,000 scale, or maybe in few thousands, like 4,000 kind of things can be developed. So this quality data ultimately entire India we are uploading here. You can do the visualization part, but visualization is not only thing what we require in GIS. Of course up to some level we can visualize, and in fact you can also comment on this data by simple right click. You simply right click. You can also attach some photograph with this data sets, like you can see add photograph or maybe some point of interest. In fact, our the toponym data, especially the place name data, is very limited what is available in Bhuvan. You can also participate on this part. So you can simply add photograph or any point of interest. You can report us. You can add the panoramic view. You can create the 360 view and you can upload nicely here. It will be available with your name. If you have any idea to suggest something to us so that we should do something for this activity in a particular location, you can suggest that. You can do the proximity analysis. It's a quite interesting analysis basically. Like I told, I am standing here. You can. I hope you are able to see my screen. Automatically this point is basically created here with the red color dot, what you are seeing. And when I say that do the proximity analysis here, so it has already picked up the latitude longitude of this location, and I say that I am interested to get for example shopping area within 2 kilometer range of my location, or maybe 1 kilometer range also I can type. So I have just typed it here, the 1 kilometer range shopping area. If you submit it, so Bhuvan is going to give me a very beautiful buffer map. You can, I hope you are able to see. Very interesting application is displayed here. So I need all the shopping places within 1 kilometer range of my location. So this beautiful basically buffer zone is created, and all the pink points, pink color points, are shopping places where I can go for shopping. So I can choose my nearest place and I can click on that. It is going to give me the information about this particular place. So here you can see I can choose the identify button and then I can click on that. So it is going to give me the information. It says that some shopping retail shop, Hyderabad district, Telangana. In fact, I can click on that. So this is a very interesting attribute data is compiled, and then you can have a query on that. But of course, tool is readily available. We are expecting the participation from the user side, so that you can also contribute to create the basically ground data or ground information, so that directly we can use for our query purpose. Right now, data from the different sources like OpenStreetMap or some other participatory approach we have compiled here, but still we are expecting or we are looking for your contribution on this particular activity. And then more interesting tool can be, same tool can be used for some more interesting applications. Right now very limited categories are available, like residential, transportation, health service, financial service, shopping, locality, like religious places, entertainment and all. But this category we can enhance further as per our requirement or understanding of the subject. Then this is a very basic thing what I was telling you. Tomorrow maybe I'll be going in more detail about how to use the Bhuvan for their user-defined application developments. Let me see if I can show you some important thing here. So of course, when I'm seeing that you display the Bhuvan maps or Survey of India topo sheet, also it's available on 50,000 scale. And this data directly coming from Survey of India. It is not hosted in our server. So as a service we are consuming there. So if you click on this, in fact this is one of the typical example where the satellite data from ISRO topo sheet from Survey of India, and some maps from Ready or some maps from Map My India. It's a commercial basically company which offers some base maps for visualization purpose. You can see directly we have integrated. So Map My India, you may be knowing that Ready is another Indian company. So we have tie up with industry also. Nicely the maps are basically visualized along with the satellite data. But 1 year back or 2 years back the situation was not so good, and that time only the satellite imagery we were able to display to you. But now slowly now maps are also being displayed here. If users are contributing more, So more data will be displayed, and effectively we can use for other many applications or planning activities. So today I will stop my session here. Tomorrow we will be continuing. Please actively participate tomorrow, because I am going to show you some of the interesting application of Bhuvan Geoportal other than visualization, how to use the services, and how to basically download the data, and how to participate in mapping activity, and so on. Few more example will be shown to you, so that you can use it the way you want for your own project. So thank you very much. I hope you must have enjoyed it.